here. I am back with another video, and in today's video we are going to be talking all about New Year's goals. 2020 is here. I've got some goals and I thought I would share them with you. I do a New Year's goals video every year, and every year it's kind of the same thing. I'm a constant work in progress. I'm certainly not perfect, but I'm always actively striving towards hitting these goals, and that's why I don't really say that I have New Year's resolutions, because I don't necessarily resolve to check everything off the list of my goals, but it's just something that I actively want to be working towards. I falter. I'm human. I don't necessarily, always get to check those things off the list, but as long as I'm actively working towards them, I'm happy, and 2020 is no exception. So I do have some things I'm going to be actively working on this year. Some things you've seen if you've seen previous goals videos of mine, whether it be like New Year's goals, New Year's resolutions, or just anytime I spoke about a goal in a vlog or whatever. You guys have definitely heard some of these before. You won't be surprised, but there's some newbies too. So without further ado, I have my little list of 2020 goals here, and I've sort of left myself a few notes about what I want to talk about in this video, so if you see me glancing down, that's what I'm looking at. But yeah, let's go over my goals for 2020. So one of my main goals for 2019 was to get out of debt, or at least to actively be working towards getting out of debt, paying off credit cards. And we did really well with that in 2019, at least for the first half of the year. We were actively paying down debt every single time we got a paycheck. We were paying extra towards whatever credit card we were working on at the time. We were actively pursuing the debt snowball method. And we did really, really well for about half the year and then totally fell off the wagon. If you guys were watching my vlogs in 2019, I know my videos were kind of sparse in the year, but I for sure talked about our kitchen project and how it started out with us needing a new dishwasher and sort of snowballed from there. And we ended up redoing our entire kitchen as well as most of my living room. And that was quite a hefty project. We did acquire some new debt for that. I am so grateful that we spent the first half of the year actively paying down debt, because if we had not done that and then we had taken on the kitchen project, we would have added quite a bit more debt and we would be drowning right now. But because we were so good about paying off things at the start of the year, we're back at square one, but we're not like 14 steps back. So we do have quite a bit of debt. In the grand scheme of things, it's not like the most debt I've ever seen anybody talk about. We don't have student loans. We just have some credit card debt, and then we have our house, our truck, and our camper, all of which I talked about last year. We made big strides towards paying off our house. We will be paying off our house this year. If you guys don't know, I live in a small mobile home. It was a very, very, very affordable home. When we went looking for our home 9 years ago or 8 years ago, we purposefully chose something that was inexpensive. We didn't want to be house poor. We were, just kind of, we weren't starting out, but we were at a stage in our lives where we had 2 pretty young children. We just wanted to be able to focus on them and not having to worry about paying off a gigantic house that we couldn't afford. So we chose a very, very modest home. We've made it a lovely home and we're completely happy with it, and it will be paid off this year if everything goes well. So we're very excited about that. We don't have a very large mortgage, so it's not going to free up a ton of money, but it'll free up some, and that'll help with our financial goals. I'm very excited about that. That'll happen in the last half of 2020, but paying off the house is definitely in the cards and in the goals here, as well as just paying down our debt, sticking to a budget. I'm going to be doing budget videos again here on my channel. I'm working in my Budget by Paycheck workbook by the Budget Mom, and I'm very excited about paying down debt, doing well. Hopefully we'll have as much success this year as we did the first half of last year, and we'll just be able to continue it throughout the year. That's the goal. Also want to focus on savings. I am doing quite a few little savings challenges throughout the year to keep it fun and fresh and not just like transfer $50 a week into savings, blah, blah, blah. I'm working with, again, a Budget Mom course. It's the 2020 Savings Challenges. She offered a course for, I think, $10, and it's a whole year's worth of printables and fun ways to save money. So I'm going to be working on those savings challenges, as well as I have Saveopoly that I'm doing this year, so it's sort of like a 52-week savings challenge. It's just a lot more fun to do it that way than to just, like I said, randomly transfer money every week as a ritual. So I'm trying to keep it fun and fresh in the new year. You guys will see little bits of that in my budgeting series coming to YouTube. So that's it for financial. Just pay down debt, save as much as possible. You know, be financially responsible. We aren't going to be running out and buying brand new cars in the new year because I wouldn't be financially responsible. You know, personal finance is very personal. Obviously, that's why they call it personal finance. Everybody does things a little bit differently, but our goal is just to spend as little as possible while still enjoying our lives. We're not going to cut it down to, you know, nil and just be sitting at home all the time hating life because we can't spend any money. But finding a balance between enjoying life while still paying down debt, saving as much as possible. Another goal of mine, and this is a new goal for me, not one I've had before, is to learn a little bit about photography. If you watched my Vlogmas series, you know that I just got a new camera. I'm filming on it right now. It is a DSLR camera, the nicest camera I've ever owned, and I have no idea how to work it. So I hope in the year of 2020 I can really focus on learning my new camera, maybe take some photography courses, whether it be like in person or online. I just want to really learn about photography. I have always shot videos. They've never been like super phenomenal quality, of course, but you know, YouTube has been my hobby for quite a long time and I love it, and that's not going to change. In fact, I hope to be more consistent with YouTube this year, because last year I kind of sucked at consistency, at least. But I want to expand my repertoire, if you will, and learn about photography, taking photos. I'm never going to be like a professional photographer, but I would like to at least be able to, you know, compose a nice photograph of my family or something. So that is a big goal of mine. Just trial and error working with my camera, I think, will teach me a lot. But I also want to actively be learning about it. So there's tons of like tutorial videos on YouTube. YouTube's a phenomenal resource anytime you want to learn anything new, I think. So I'm definitely going to be pursuing that and learning as much as I can about, you know, at-home photography. Weight loss. Yeah. I was very successful back in 2015 or 2016 with Weight Watchers. I lost 50 pounds. I gained 50 pounds back. I lost some weight. I gained it back. I lost some weight. I gained it back. Are you sensing a trend here? 2020, I'm hoping, will be the year that I lose the weight and keep it off. It's a lofty goal. I have a lot of weight that I could stand to lose. Honestly, I could lose half my body weight and still be within a healthy weight. So I'm going back to Weight Watchers. I just joined back up. I don't know if I'm going to like it. They've changed a lot of things since I was a member actively. I don't know if it's going to stick. I don't know, but I'm going to try like hell because my weight is completely out of control. And it's affecting my health. You know, I have a bad back. I have herniated discs in my back, spinal stenosis, arthritis, and having all this weight is certainly not helping it. My blood pressure is high. It's just time. It's time to stop screwing around. I have to get some of this weight off. If I lose 20 pounds, I'm healthier. So I don't have big lofty, like, I'm going to lose 150 pounds this year, because for one, that's not healthy or feasible. And for two, I just don't think I'm ever going to be that person that sheds all of the weight that she could stand to lose. But I'm going to focus on trying to make healthy choices, trying to lose some weight, and trying to keep it off. That's going to be the main goal. Losing some weight and keeping it off. Like I said, if I could lose 20 pounds, I'd be healthier. So do I want to lose more than 20 pounds? But I don't want to set myself up for disappointment. I don't want to say, I'm going to lose 50 pounds this year, and then at the end of the year, I weigh 10 pounds heavier than I am now. Because that seems to be the trend. I can limit what I eat and lose weight, no problem, but then once I go off of that, I binge, or I just kind of lose focus, and then I'm right back to where I was, plus an extra 20 pounds. You know, when I started Weight Watchers in, I think it was 2015, but I could be wrong about that. You guys can go back and watch my Weight Watchers videos if that's interesting to you. I used to post what I eat in a day on Weight Watcher videos practically every day. I don't think I'll be going back to that necessarily here on my channel, certainly not on a daily basis. If I find that I'm successful with Weight Watchers and I decide to continue it, I can absolutely post that sort of video. It just won't be on a daily basis. I do know that I've been watching a ton of Weight Watchers videos just to kind of get motivated again and to look for ideas for meals, so I do find them helpful. And when I was sharing my Weight Watchers videos back in the day, I was very successful that way. So it is something I'm considering sharing in the new year if I stick with it. Like, if I fall off the wagon in a week and a half and I cancel my Weight Watchers subscription, which I'm hoping doesn't happen, but you never know. I won't be sharing at all, but that's definitely something I can share. And I lost my train of thought. I don't know where I was before I went off on my little tangent, but yeah, I'm trying out the Weight Watchers Green Plan, which is most like, as far as I can tell, the Smart Points program that I was super successful on when I lost the weight. But, oh, I remember what I was saying. I was 260 pounds when I started that weight loss journey. I'm 283 now, so clearly I lost that weight, gained it all back, plus 20 pounds, which seems to be what happens to me every time I lose weight. I'm pretty good at losing weight, I'm just not great at keeping it off. So that's the goal. Lose some weight, keep it off. I want to get more sleep. I suffered from insomnia a lot in 2019. 2019 was a rough year for me, emotionally. We had a lot of just depressive episodes. I've never actually been diagnosed with depression, and I know that people hate it when you say I'm depressed when you haven't been diagnosed, but I know myself, and I know who I am, and I know that what I was going through was depression, whether it's like clinical depression or seasonal depression or whatever. I was depressed. I had a hard time even getting out of bed some days. And I was dealing with a lot of anxiety, and I was dealing with a lot of insomnia. So I want to really focus on getting enough sleep, going to bed at a decent time, going to bed at the same time every night, ideally. It's hard when you're a stay-at-home mom. Boo-hoo, stay-at-home mom, I know. It's hard when you make your own schedule, you don't have a job you have to be at every day at a certain time, to sort of get on a schedule, because you're just setting up your own schedule, and it's so easy to say, well, I don't have anywhere to be tomorrow, so I can stay up an extra hour to watch this television show or to read this chapter of my book or whatever. But I really want to focus on going to bed at the same time every night, and shutting down my electronics earlier in the morning so that I can hopefully have a clear mind and get to sleep at a relatively decent time every night. I think that'll do wonders for my sleeping habits. So I want to get more sleep. I also want to spend more quality time with my family, both my immediate family and my extended family. Robbie is going to be 17 next week, so that means in another year, he's going to be 18. He's going to be an adult. He might be off on his own. And this might be the last year that he lives with us. I don't know what his plans are long term, but I know that time is fleeting. It goes super fast, and I want to spend every moment that I can with my guy. He's had some behavior trouble this last year. I'm hoping in 2020 that he can be really successful with himself and do what he has to do to get through school and all of that. And I really want to focus on just like one-on-one time with him and Austin. Austin is, you know, rapidly becoming a teenager. He's not going to want anything to do with me soon. So I want to spend as much time with my boys as possible. Quality time, not just like passive time sitting in the same room on our phones or whatever. We don't necessarily have to be doing exciting things or going exciting places. I just want to have like maybe a family night once a week where we play a board game or we watch a movie. Oh, no, that's kind of passive, but you know what I mean. Just like quality time. And I want to make sure that my husband and I are continuing to put our relationship first. We have always worked really hard at maintaining our relationship, spending quality time. We have zero issues with our relationship. We get along really well. We are happy together. And I just want to continue to nurture that relationship in the new year. With sort of the depression that I've been in and the issues we've had with behavior with Robbie, it's put a little bit of a strain on both of us individually, and I don't want that little bit of that strain to escalate into strain in our marriage. Like I said, we have zero problems in that area right now. I'd like to keep it that way. So that's something I definitely want to focus on in 2020, continue to make that top priority. I also want to spend time with my extended family. My mom passed away in 2012, and that was sort of the last time that we all were super close with one another. Since then, we've sort of drifted apart a little bit. I guess she was the glue. I don't know. But, you know, this younger generation is kind of lousy at making time to see one another, you know, working on that relationship. We just aren't super great at it. I apologize, I'm saying a lot. But I really want to focus my energy on spending time with my sisters in the new year. My aunt, I used to go and see my aunt every single week. She lives just around the corner essentially, and I haven't seen her in months because I haven't made it a priority. It's easy to say, oh, I'll go there next week, and then next week never comes. And I don't want to do that in the new year. I want to make it a priority to see my extended family, have a relationship with them again, and I want to make more time to see my friends. I am not one of these people that has 5,000 friends. I have a very small, intimate group of friends, like very, very, very small, just a couple. And I want to make more of an effort to see them on a regular basis. Like I said, it's easy in the time of text messages and Facebook to just say, oh, we haven't seen each other in ages, we should do that. Yeah, we should, and then you say it again in a month. So I really want to make that a priority as well. This video is getting super long, so let me wrap it up. I think I've covered everything here on my 2020 goals list. So yeah, I just want to really be actively working on all of those things in the new year. Let me know what your guys' goals or resolutions are. I'd love to hear from you. I really want to make YouTube a priority in the new year too. Like I said, I know I sucked at consistency in 2019, so hopefully 2020 will be better. I'm going to try, you guys. I love sharing with you guys. It's never been a question of whether I wanted to share or whether I loved doing this. It's just been making it a priority when things aren't, you know, the happiest. If I'm feeling depressed, I didn't want to be in front of the camera looking terrible. And, you know, when you're a vlogger, it's hard to pull out the camera and show that we have nothing going on because I haven't changed out of my pajamas in 3 days. So that's kind of why I was MIA in 2019. That and just busy with life and, you know, whatever. But I'm hoping that 2020 will be overall happier and healthier in terms of my mental health, and I'll be able to share a lot with you. It's really what I want to do. So yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell if you want to be notified when I upload a new video. I'd love it if you would do that. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!